Yo, what up, dog? Man, shout out to everybody watching my videos and subscribe to the channel and leaving a comment. I really appreciate that. So subscribe to the channel right now if you did, especially if you like my content. So hit that subscribe button right now. Okay, cool. Now let's get into it. I know everybody heard by now the Minnesota Vikings, they cut Eric Kendrick. Yeah, man, they let EK go, man. He was a good linebacker for Minnesota, but it was time to move on, man. It is what it is. And by Minnesota releasing Kendrick today, they saved 9.5 in cap space. So that was a big. I'm happy Minnesota Vikings. They did not rework contract and kick the can down the road like they normally do. They just straight up released them, and I was happy but sad to see it. But it's time to move on, man. It's time to get younger and faster on offense and defense, man. For real. And another player who should be next is Darius Smith. He for sure he should have got cut before Kendrick got cut. I hope Minnesota ain't trying to keep him around for another year or so. It's time to let him go too. So Smith should be the next one on the chop block. And Minnesota Vikings, for some reason, they trying to rework a deal with Adam Thielen. I read that shit yesterday. Man, the Minnesota Vikings need to move on from Adam Thielen like they did Eric Kendricks today, man. Excuse me. But for real though, why do y'all want to bring Adam back? Go get you a wide receiver, a number two wide receiver in the NFL draft or in free agency. We already got a number three wide receiver. And we got a rookie we drafted last year. So if you bring back Adam Thielen, that's showing me you're not going to draft a wide receiver high in the draft or sign one in free agency. And you need one. Adam Thielen will be taking snaps away from younger players if the Vikings bring him back. I know people like him. He a hometown hero. He went to Minnesota school, undrafted. I know all of that. But it's time to move on. He done made a lot of money playing for the Minnesota Vikings. And hopefully, when the Vikings let him go, he could find him another team. But it's time to move on from him too. And since we on offense, CJ Ham got to go. We don't use fullback, and I like CJ though. But CJ got to go, and I hope and pray Irv Smith Jr. is not still on the team. Because if he is, his ass needs to be cut ASAP. Irv Smith Jr. for sure needs to be cut. But I'm gonna go back on defense. And another person who needs to go too, I already says that Darius Smith, is Harrison Phillips, who they signed in free agency last year. He got to go too. He ain't really did nothing last year, so he got to get up out of there. Who else? Oh, Jordan Hicks, the linebacker, he got to go too. And another person, the Minnesota Vikings, needs to release and please do not rework his contract. Is Hitman, dog. I know people ain't gonna like that, but Harrison Smith got to go too. He is 34, 35 years old, and the Minnesota Vikings drafted a safety last year in a draft for this opportunity right now to say bye-bye to Harrison Smith. So the Minnesota Vikings, please do not rework his contract. Hitman to do 15 million this year and 20 million against the cap. So you do the math. I don't even want Hitman around, man. I don't care how much you want to play for. I want to see some younger players playing on defense and offense, man. It's time to let Hitman go. So that's just my list of a few players the Minnesota Vikings should cut next. For real. That's it. That's it for real. But in the comment section below, let me know who y'all think the Vikings going to release next. So subscribe to the channel and like the video. I really appreciate everybody watching my video. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, man. I'm gonna drop another video tomorrow of my top 10 Viking players of all time. Subscribe to the channel.